In this video I'm going to share a simple 3-step framework with you that I used to generate over $1 million for one course. This is a really simple process. There's just 3 parts to it. I'll explain them to you as quickly as I can. The first step is you ask your audience. So you survey the people who follow you and you find out what they're struggling with. It sounds like such a simple, facile thing, but it's the key to everything that happens later on. And you just ask them, if I could wave a magic wand and solve one problem for you with your X, with your business growth, with your lead generation, with your guitar playing, with your songwriting, with your weightlifting, with your diet, whatever it is, what would that be? If I could wave a magic wand and solve one problem for you with your X, what would that be? Now you can pose that question in a number of different ways. If you've got a really big email list, great, you just survey the list. If you have a following on social media, you can do it that way. And if you don't have a big following yet, you don't have, an audience of people who are following your work and interested in what you do, then it's really simple. You just go and look at the places where they hang out and pose the questions to them there. And you can just research this stuff. There's a cool tool called, is it called Ask the Audience or Ask the Public or something like that? It's like an SEO generation tool that can create all of these sort of spirographic query webs that will just show you everything that you need to know. ChatGPT, Claude, Manus, whatever AI you want to use could also generate it too. But it's much better, I think, if you get it from the horse's mouth. So if you have an audience, great, you can survey them and you can ask them. If you don't have an audience, then you need to get creative, but this information is still available for you out there. You just need to do a little bit more work. So that's step number 1. Ask the audience what it is that they're struggling with. Don't guess. Don't assume you know. Ask them. And this is why it's really important. Step number 2 is that you make the course. But you make the course that people ask for. And you just need to understand there's a big difference between the language that people use to say what they're struggling with and what they actually need to solve that problem. If they knew the right language, if they were on the other side of the problem, they'd already know it. But they don't. So when you market the course back to people, you have to sell them what they ask for. Yeah, sell them what they want, give them what they need. 2 different things. You want to sell them what they're asking for. That's what they're saying that they want. What they actually need might be something that's less sexy. If you want to, they want to learn how to play certain difficult guitar chords, then what you need to give them is simple ways that they can approach those chords to develop their finger dexterity, their accuracy, control, whatever it is. You can break it down for them. You can apply it to a million different things. But the process is the same. So step number 1, you ask people what they want. Step number 2, you make the course that addresses those things. You address the things that people asked for, not what you think would be good, not what looked good on a spreadsheet or when you were creating the course outline, or what cool YouTube video or something you've seen that day. Give people what they've specifically asked for. That's the thing that they want. That's what they've told you they want help with. Make that thing. And then step number 3 is really simple. Sell the course to them using their language. So step number 1, ask people what they're struggling with. Step number 2, make the thing that they asked for. Step number 3, sell it to them using their language. So the actual responses that you got in your survey, literally the actual sentences that people wrote, they become your sales copy. They become your email marketing copy. They become your ad copy. They become your VSL script. They become your module titles. They become your actual lesson and curriculum titles. When you do that, people feel like you really understand the problem. And there's an old sales maxim, which is if you can define the problem well enough, people assume that you have the solution. And it's so true. I used to get comments from people on this one particular course that we did this for, and people said it was like I was reading their mind. That was the actual phrase that people said. They could see that I really, I got it. I got the problem, I understood it. And it wasn't because I was any genius, although I like to think I'm empathetic and I've got customer insight. It was because that's what they told me they wanted. So of course it was going to be perfect. They told me what they wanted, I made what they wanted, and then I sold back to them using the language that they told me they wanted the thing with. And it just absolutely caught fire, so that's the framework. It's super simple. Number 1, ask your audience what they're struggling with. Number 2, make the thing, the course, the transformation, the service, whatever it is, make that so that it addresses those things, not a load of extra crap that you decided on, the things that they specifically asked for. Then number 3, you sell the thing back to them using the language, using their own language. And that's it. It's really that simple. Don't be fooled. Like I said, it sounds like a really, really simple system, but it's incredible how much this gets complicated and you get so distracted. It's really just as simple as those 3 things. And that's not just, my opinion. I've got objective, empirical evidence that works. That one course did over $1 million in revenue. Teaching people guitar chords. Wow, that's pretty incredible. The guitar industry is not a lucrative niche. It's not photography or real estate, or the margins are pretty thin in guitar tuition. So if it works there, it'll work pretty much anywhere. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new. If you're interested in working with me, you'll find a link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more.